back, and today we're talking about AWS and networking. One cool thing about AWS is you may not even need to maintain a network in some cases, depending on your business and compute needs for your application. A lot of program code can be ran on AWS managed services like Lambda, which we'll talk about a little bit later. For us though, we're building this out a little bit more traditional, so let's check in on our progress. So far we've created our EC2 instance, but what we're going to work on today is at the VPC level, which is this green box right here. It's basically a perimeter around our network. If you remember when we set up the EC2, we selected a default VPC. And now Amazon creates a default VPC automatically, but what we're going to do here is we're going to create a custom VPC, which is going to allow some more security to our network. So today we're going to create the VPC, our subnets for our two AZs. We're going to create a route table for our public subnets, and then we'll attach an internet gateway and relaunch our employee directory application on the new VPC. All right, so let's jump in and get started. From the VPC dashboard, we'll select Create VPC, VPC Only. We're going to go ahead and name this one. We're going to enter in a CIDR note, 10.1.0.0.16. We're going to create the VPC. We have our VPC. We're going to go over here to subnets. We're going to create a subnet. We're going to select the VPC our subnet is associated with. So we're going to select the new one that we just created. Add this one. We're going to choose the AZ here, California West 1B. And then we're going to enter in a CIDR range, 10.1.1.0.24. We're going to add in the second subnet. We're going to add this to the other AZ. We're going to enter in CIDR for this one, 10.1.2.0.24. We're using a subset of the CIDR range for our VPC, and we'll select Create. Now we have our subnets. Let's create an internet gateway. So we'll select Internet Gateway from the left-hand side. Create Internet Gateway. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and select Create. We just created that. Now let's attach it to our VPC. VPC Employee Web App. Attach that to the Internet Gateway. All right, now let's configure our route tables. So we're going to go ahead and select Route Tables here. Create Route Tables. This is Employee Web App Route Table. We're going to select the VPC here as our employee web application. Create that route table. Okay, now we're going to go in and add a route. We're going to add in all zeros for this one. Access, and then this is going to be directed at the Internet Gateway. Select that one we just created. Save it. And back in, we'll add subnet associations. Edit subnet associations. Select your two subnets. Save associations. Last, we'll relaunch the application. So click on Services EC2. You see we have our instance running right here. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on it. You can see that our VPC is the default VPC. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go over to this Actions section, go down to Image and Templates, launch more like this. Okay. I'm going to name this Employee Web App 2. This is going to save most of the configurations and give us a template for key pair, proceed without. And then in the network settings is where we're going to make some changes. We're going to change this default VPC to our VPC Employee Web App. And then the subnet, we are going to associate it with public web app, one, auto sign. And then for security groups, we're going to have to create those again. So we'll go here and select HTTP, and then HTTPS. It's going to be from anywhere. Let's just review the advanced details. It should all be plugged in for us. We have our I am rule. And then we have the code for our application. So let's launch this one, and then we'll give it a couple minutes to get up and running, and then we'll test to make sure everything worked. Stick with us. It's been a couple minutes, and we have 2 out of 2 checks passed. Let's select our instance ID, copy our IP, paste it into a new window, and we have our employee web directory. Catch you on the next one.